second time. The center of the capital's been hit since the start of the war, and there were heavy strikes across the country overnight. Iran has also been hit in overnight strikes. The Islamic Revolutionary Guards fired missiles overnight, including long-range ballistic missiles at targets in Israel and U.S. assets in the region. Iranian state media says the strikes involved Khormshar missiles, which can travel more than 1,000 miles. And Israel launched a new wave of strikes on Tehran earlier today, and a CNN team in northern Iran reported nighttime air raids lasting nearly an hour. Those attacks were not limited to the capital, as strikes hit multiple areas across the country. Iran's UN ambassador says more than 1,300 people have been killed since the conflict began. And U.S. forces destroyed multiple Iranian naval vessels near the Strait of Hormuz, including 16 mine layers. Intelligence sources say Iran is laying mines in the waterway that carries 1/5 of the world's crude oil. The mining is...
Done that properly before we talk about the response.
Yeah, and I was speaking to a former commander of UK mine countermeasures vessel who operated in the Persian Gulf. And the threat isn't what you think it is in terms of conventional. Okay, so the big conventional threats are ballistic missiles and anti-shipping missiles. The Iranians, for example, have just purchased what's called the Iranians have just purchased from China. They don't have them yet, but they are, potentially a potent threat. But here's the thing, Christian, the Iranians are the masters of what is called asymmetric.
But ultimately, the operations will end when the commander-in-chief determines the military objectives have been met, fully realized, and that Iran is in a position of complete and unconditional surrender.
The timeline of the war in Iran continues to be in question. On Sunday, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said this is just the beginning. He was then contradicted by President Trump just a day later, who said the war was pretty much complete. It's unclear exactly what this unconditional surrender is that the administration is seeking, and we are all waiting to find out.
Joining us this morning. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the more confusing things coming out of the administration right now, and that's really kind of had an impact not just on how different countries are viewing this military conflict, but also how markets are reacting. Every time the president makes a statement about when this war is going to end or how long it could go for.
It's on the ground.
This morning, people waking up to a mess in the Midwest. Destructive tornadoes tearing across parts of Indiana and Illinois.
Massive rotating bolt right in front of me.
As storms swept through the entire region.
You can see
looking out of the path of this twister on the road. A large tornado slamming into Kankakee County, Illinois, about 55 miles south of Chicago, leaving behind a wide path of destruction.
We've got to get in our safe place, gathered my 2 dogs, the cat, and we took cover.
The sheriff's office there urging residents to limit travel so first responders can assess the damage.
The ones that do not explode do not disappear. They wait in the grass, on the street, for whoever walks past next. Neither side has signed the treaty that bans them. Neither side ever intended to.
Estamos
CCTV footage reportedly shows Iranian ballistic missiles raining down over Israeli cities with multiple explosions spreading across rooftops.
Последствия показаны на видео. Видео снято местным жителям.